Credit to Drexel. They played hard for 40 minutes, played hard for 20. I'm not going to beat anybody in this league, only playing 20 minutes. We came out and did what we needed to do in the second half, played really well. Well, we did, for the most part, we did what we needed to do. We had a couple of really bad late shot clocks situations where, 2 seconds away from getting a stop and winner makes a 3, or 3 seconds away from getting a stop. There was a couple too many of those. Defense was good. It was the way it needed to be in the second half. And it could have been great if we had closed down some possessions. So certainly a lot to learn from today. But the most important thing is playing hard all the time. When you do that, it solves a lot of problems.
Hey, I'll just jump in. Jalen, yeah.
Go ahead, Owen.
Owen, can you ask that again? I'm sorry.
Yep, all good. Jalen obviously had a great game. Can you kind of talk about what he was able to do, and then unfortunately he wasn't able to hit that last shot, but kind of talk about what he was able to do out there?
Yeah, he's a great player. Look, he's a first-team all-league guard. Excellent player. Technical put us in a bad spot early because, we couldn't play the normal minutes. He had to come out for a couple extra minutes. So, unfortunately, can't have that. But great game. Played excellent. Made every big shot. Wanted the ball. Did a great job.
Our next question will be from John Wagner. Go ahead, John.
Coach, maybe one missed opportunity today. You had forced twice as many turnovers as what you had today. Drexel with 22 turnovers, you only had 11. With the points off turnovers that were even, 20-20. Can you talk about maybe why you weren't able to maybe take advantage of that as much as you would have liked?
Yeah, I mean, how many were live ball turnovers? I don't know. When you get a shot clock violation, that's a turnover, and obviously you're not getting a run in transition off of that. So is it a live ball or is it a dead ball? A lot of it comes down to that. We had some shot clock violations, made them throw the ball out of bounds a couple times too. So I don't know. Yeah, we had a stretch in the second half where there was a couple of transition opportunities we didn't do a great job with. Lost the ball out of bounds. Kayvon had a charge. Need to get better at that for sure.
Again, if you have questions for Mike, please use the raise your hand feature in the Zoom and lower your hand after you ask the question, please. Our next question will be from David. Go ahead, David.
Hi, Coach. Throughout that game, you were getting excited. You were banging the floor, hugging players. I haven't seen a coach get really that into a game in a while. How does that coaching style help your team perhaps go on a comeback like they did?
Yeah, didn't help enough. Maybe I should have done in the first half, David. I don't know. I just tried to do what I could to, help get the energy level up a little bit. Hope it'd be a little bit more natural by this point with how much we talked about it, especially since after the Delaware game. I was really proud of Tariq Coburn. I thought he was terrible in the first half. Loved the kid to death. Didn't think he was playing hard. Didn't think he was playing with a purpose. He was just kind of out there, lost in transition a couple times. He was not great. But the way he responded in the second half got us off to a great start. That's why I gave him a hug. He was terrific. I got into him a little bit and he responded. So credit to him. And if that's what I need to be, then maybe I need to be that way for all 40 minutes. Hopefully the energy can come from within a little bit more. But if that's what I need to be, then that's what I'll be.
Our next question will be from Tyler. Go ahead, Tyler.
Coach, your team dominated on the offensive side of rebounding, having 19 rebounds, especially in that second half. Do you think that kind of helped to get back into the game, and do you think you guys can build off that in the next game?
Yeah, they did a really good job on the glass against us last year, so it was one of the things that we were preaching going into the game. Kayvon and Isaac combining for 9 is terrific. Normally, if you get 4, you're probably leading the country. Kayvon's been averaging about 5 recently, so we did a good job with that. They didn't get offensive rebounds because they didn't miss a lot of shots. We didn't force them to miss many shots. We forced it's a lot of turnovers, but not a lot of missed shots. They didn't have a lot of opportunities for offensive rebounding, but they're a really good offensive rebounding team too. Butler's terrific, Bickerstaff, Walton, all those guys. But yeah, it's a good way for us to get some easy points and obviously play to some of our strengths.
Our next question will be from Zach. Go ahead, Zach.
Hi, Coach. That decision on the final play to take no timeout and have Jalen Ray drive down the floor, was there an alternate plan for if Drexel made the free throw, or is there anything else to comment on as for that final possession? And then
Yeah, definitely, Zach. If they had made the foul shot, then we would have we run a play. We would have run a play out of that. One of our late game situational plays that we would have been set for. But yeah, in that situation, loose ball. Best player on the floor has got the ball in his hands in an unsettled situation. I'm going to let Jalen Ray go every time in that situation. I think it makes too much sense. And didn't make it. We were an inch away probably from a tip that was close there too. But yeah, would have run something specific that we have ready for a late game situation where we need a three like that. Want to make.
Our next question will be from Owen. Go ahead, Owen.
Hey, Coach. Do you think that the team kind of just came out flat to kind of open up this one?
Yeah, for sure. Now, why? And I just addressed that in there. Were we happy and complacent because we won 5 in a row? Everybody that said we stunk 3 weeks ago when we lost 3 in a row, now everybody thinks we're good again because we won 5 in a row. It doesn't work that way, right? You are who you are, and we are a good team, So why? Were we just happy? And how do you handle success? That was something I talked about this morning. I was thinking about it a lot last night and then talked about it this morning and walked through and then before the game. How do you handle success? And, we didn't handle it great in that first half. We responded. But, yeah, so did we just not play hard? Was it we thought we were good and we could just roll the balls out and win? Who knows what it was? But at least we made the adjustment at halftime and know how we have to play tomorrow.
Our next question will be from David. Go ahead, David.
Hi, Coach. How do you coach your team through a game where some of the players and some of the coaches may be getting affected by some of the fouls that are being called, whether you agree or disagree with them?
Yeah, you got to play through that. It's hard at times, David, to be able to talk guys through that, especially when, look, we play zone, we play a certain way, and Drexel is very aggressive with their defense, so the whistle's going to be a little bit different with that. And you just have to, be a little bit tougher than that at times, and realize like, hey, you know what? They might foul a lot, but they're not going to call every one. It's not going to work that way. So using your toughness, and that was one thing we wrote on the board pregame of, are we going to be tougher than they are going to be physical on the offensive end? And we were for 20 minutes, but not enough. But yeah, playing through, referees, it's hard for 18 to 22 year olds, it's not always easy and something we need to get better at.
2 more questions. Our next question will be from Tyler. Go ahead, Tyler.
Coach, you talked a little bit about Tariq Coburn and how in the first half you don't think he played up to his normal ability. Do you think because missing last weekend, coming into this game, sort of a feeler, getting back into it, and maybe tomorrow he's back to full ability?
I hope so, Tyler. Yeah, it very much could be, right? Not playing for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, could definitely have led to that slow start. But, I would struggle with why that maybe what you wouldn't be into it mentally, and locked in and focused and stuff like that. Hopefully appreciate the opportunity to be on the court. And that goes for everybody, not just Tariq, but everybody appreciate the opportunity to be out here. There's teams getting shut down every day, and all this stuff. And you have to appreciate every time that you're out on the court. And we only took advantage of this opportunity for 20 minutes.
Our last question for Mike before we're joined by Jalen Ray will be from Zach. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Obviously, the offense very much picked up in the second half, but defensively, was there any change you made at the break to really lock down that Drexel team?
You know what, Zach? At halftime, we didn't even really talk about offensive plays or defensive adjustments. We had a pretty good feel for what they were going to run. They added one new set, a couple wrinkles here and there. One new set that they put in, which worked a couple of times. But it wasn't really about that, about what they're running, about what we're running. It's about the way that you're doing things, right? Not what we do, but how we do it. And that's what improved at halftime.
Thank you, Mike. We'll be joined by Jalen Ray shortly. We are now joined by Jalen Ray. If you have questions for Jalen, please use the raise your hand feature in Zoom. And once you ask your question, please lower your hand feature as well. We will start with Owen from Newsday. Go ahead, Owen.
Hey Jay, Jalen, you obviously played well out there today. Had a personal high in points and actually tied a Hofstra record for 3-pointers. When the shots are kind of falling from deep, just what does the basket kind of look like out there for you?
So I feel comfortable enough to shoot the ball. Just shoot the ball, honestly.
Our next question will be from David. Go ahead, David.
Hi, Jalen. As your team is going through a comeback like that, as a leader, how are you helping your teammates continue to stay positive throughout a roller coaster like that was?
Just when we play hard with a lot of effort, we can change the momentum of the game. We just need to notice that early.
Our next question will be from John Wagner. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Jalen. You were obviously on fire from three, even hitting some contested threes, tough threes today, but you kind of struggled from two. Did you get the kind of looks that you wanted to get from two? And especially on that last play at the end, was that kind of a look that you wanted to get?
Well, throughout the game, I was just reading the defense, seeing what they allowed me to do, and I scored off that. The last one, if the basket dropped, but it didn't.
Our next question will be from Jerry Beach. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey, Jalen, Mike was saying, as I'm sure you guys heard, the intensity wasn't what he wanted in the first half. And it's not the first time he's had to say that this year. Why do you think it's been so inconsistent? Is it the nature of this season? Can you put a finger on why that's been inconsistent more than it was last year?
I think the more of a difference is we have more young guys than older guys. It was a difference, but we just got to start the momentum, get in the game.
Our next question will be from Tyler. Go ahead, Tyler.
Jalen, at the end of the first half, when you hit that three from here, it seemed like that started to get things going when you went into the second half. But what did it feel like on the court to get that first three as you go into the second half?
That first three, it just helped me, my confidence boosted up. I got one shot to drop, so it was just easy to keep going.
Our next question will be from Zach. Go ahead, Zach.
Hi, Jalen. On that last play, did Coach give you necessarily a plan on that final possession, or was it more of just give me the ball, I've scored 30 points today, I'm going to take the last shot?
It was just they look at me to score, so I needed to make the play. Too bad I didn't, and I'll take this on me from the beginning of the half, so it's okay. We're going to bounce back tomorrow.
Our last question will be from David. Go ahead, David.
Jalen, that technical foul in the first half, obviously that's something that you could learn a lesson from. What is that lesson that you're going to learn from that moment?
I'm a leader, and that was a bad example for me, so I take that one for myself, but just let myself get out of character, and I can't afford for that to happen for my team.
Thank you, Jalen.